Welcome back, YouTube, to some more work on the Firebird, which has been neglected over the past few weeks. I've been working on the Harley Davidson. Please see my other videos for that. A couple of small things have been done since you were last here. I've fitted the exhaust rocker spindle. Fiddly, but didn't take very long. Put the push rods in, set the tappets. I'm now going to just get some oil through the feed hole using a can. Which is messy, but get some in there. And then I have attached the cleaned pipe to our rubber feed. So that then goes on there, hopefully. I'll sort out the run of these pipes later. I'll get it roughly in position. Let me just get a spanner for that. There we go. There we are. And then the workshop manual says to bung half a pint of oil in to the bottom end to allow let the pump have something to work with when it starts up. So then we shall do that. That could drain down. And while we're there, just give a little bit of external additional lubrication. That should be it. I've fitted the rear stud that we had to remove to get the head off. So we just need a rocker cover, which I'll now have a rummage about in my box of bits and try and find. Right, the rocker cover is cleaned up. New gasket, sealant on the cover side, grease on the part where it touches the head. Right, the head steady's in place. So really that's it for the minute on the engine. I think we have to move on to the carburetors now, get them mounted. And then fit the airbox and sundries and get the electrics sorted out. And then fit the exhaust. I think that's the plan. So, more expenditure on the way. But hey ho, it's only money and you can't take it with you. Right, the carbs are on. The actual rebuild's covered in another video. Carbs are on, cables are connected. The wiring has been connected up, which thanks to the new loom was a fairly straightforward process. I've been through all the electrics, everything works as it should, which is good. The tank supports are in place, tank central rubber's in place, the battery's in, obviously that's how I could check the wiring. New condensers and condenser cover, new flasher relay. The original coils, I tested them and they were fine, so I'm reusing them. And they have been tested, the sparking. I've made up two new HT leads from solid copper cord wire. I've got these small rubber HT caps. I like these, they're cheap, but they seem to seal really well. Obviously they work fine, and they look sort of right for the era, I think. Personal preference, I just like them. So that was fairly inexpensive, 7mm black copper cord HT leads. I'm waiting for some more engine oil because I foolishly ran out. The primary's been filled, The gearbox has been filled. When the oil comes, I'll turn the engine over and make sure it's circulating. I'm fairly confident. So that just leaves really the exhaust, which I painted the exhaust pipes black. I have a new H-piece, which I painted black. I don't have any silencers yet, I have to buy them still. And I'm having trouble finding a seat, but we'll discuss that as we move on. So I need to tidy up the wiring a bit, it's a bit scummy. I lost the transfers I bought, no idea where to put them. I have more on the way coming from America. The side panels are all painted. You need lacquering once the stickers come. So that's where we're up to. We are getting close. Things are going well. There's not a lot left to do really. I mean, the seat bolt's on, the tank's ready to bolt on. It's just going to be petrol pipes then. We're getting there. So onward and upward. Just one final thing that I forgot. Because this is an American bike, let me just move you so you know where I'm talking about. Let me just bring you up slightly and spin you around very slightly. I know this can often be uncomfortable viewing, I apologise. While we're up at this end of the bike, I've also fitted the horn. Now, talking of which, I have several pictures of 1971 bikes, and bikes with dove grey frames like this. I've seen photographs of them fitted with black horns and grey horns. I don't know why, presumably the factory just painted it as they felt at the time, so I just left mine black. So anyway, as this is a US bike, only, presumably as a cost saving measure, only the left hand handlebar is threaded. So when I do sort out mirrors, I'm going to have to drill and tap that to whatever size handlebar thread I end up with, which is penny pinching par excellence by BSA, I think. It really is. But anyway, that's blank. It's obviously been blank, unless it had a unthreaded mirror originally. But this side is definitely threaded, and it looks original. I don't know. Either way, if I get a threaded mirror, I'm going to have to tap that. So there we go. Things are moving really quickly now, because everything is so simple. At this stage, you are just plugging things back together, bolting things back on, because everything's been done previously. So, next time I'll bring you back. There should be some more bits here, hopefully, and we'll see what we're going to do next. And there's the original chrome pipes that came off, which I've just sprayed up with the high temperature black paint, which is how the 71 should be. It should be black, I think. So there you go. So I'll bolt them on. Right, that's the exhausts on. They're going to need very minor touching in from where I've handled them, because the black paint appears to be quite brittle, which is not uncommon. The side panels are now on, as you can see. I didn't show you that because it's a straightforward nut and bolt job, although unnecessarily fiddly, I must say, for BSA. Not a good design. Could have been so much easier. But anyway, disregarding that, they are a straightforward nut and bolt job, not very hard. The rubbers are on for the air filters. They're the original ones, and they're still soft. I was amazed. So they've gone back on, no point replacing them if I don't need to. We'll see how well they last in the UK weather, but they're okay at the minute. So, the final thing for the moment is I have the H-piece for the exhaust, which I've done a trial fit. It fits. The only slight worry is when that's on, this doesn't seem to want to be in the right plane for that. Now, that could be because I've got that on upside down. Can you see that? Let me just move you around. I'm witching away, and I'm not even sure you can see what I'm talking about. Right, sorry about that. You might be able to see it a bit more clearly now. So as I was saying, I have the H piece, which goes on there, obviously. Now, I'm not entirely convinced, as I was saying, that these line up properly. So either I've got that on upside down, which may be a possibility. I'm going to have to have a look in the parts book. Or the front pipes that are on it are the earlier ones, not the ones for 71, because it didn't come with the original silencers. It came with a lashed up set of chrome ones. So that is also a possibility, which worries me, because then that's going to be even more money because I'll have to buy a new set of front pipes. Dear, I don't know. I'll have to have a look. I don't have the silencers yet, so it doesn't really matter. I can work that out later. There's the side panels. Slightly dirty, they need a wipe down. I have bought some new transfers which are on and lacquered over. I'm not entirely sure they're the right ones for this year, but I just like the black and silver. Sorry, the white and silver. I just like the look of that, so I bought those. I'm not so concerned about them being absolutely period correct, because I've got a funny feeling it should be gold for a 71. I may be wrong, but anyway, I got those. I like those. They're the same font, they're the same script. It's only going to be a colour difference. So we really are getting close now. When the silencers come, hopefully they will just be a bolt on, and then we put the tank on. I haven't yet got a seat because I can only get at the minute a 1972 seat with the narrow US front end, or I can get a 1971 seat with the UK wider front end. Now the tops are different. The 72's got a checker pattern and the 71's smooth. I think if I have no option, I'll go for the correct US style narrow front with the incorrect top, to be honest. I think that's the best way out rather than have the slightly wider seat, which might look a bit odd. Right, so onward and upward, that's where we're up to at the moment. As I said earlier in this video, things are coming along quickly now because it's so easy just to bolt things on once they've all been done. So I'll go and order some more bits. In fact, before we leave the topic of silencers and exhausts, these are the ones that are fitted to the bike. They were so comprehensively corroded to the exhaust pipe that you can see where I've had to split and peel sections back for them to release their grip. So they really took some removing. Courier has been and dropped off the new silencers. Now I believe that they're British made. The advert says they're British made. So there they are, bare metal. Some lovely brazing on them. I've taken another one out and tried it already. Some lovely, neat brazing, beautiful. And baffled all the way down, virtually, yeah, all the way down to there. So that's baffled all the way. So I'm very happy with those, good quality. I've tried them on the H piece and they fit. And my concerns about the bolts lining up was also wrong, as they seem to be within a few millimetres and some minor jiggling and lifting will sort that out. So all they need to do now is be sprayed with some heat dispersant paint. I've got Simon ears. I've also got another one in the drawer. I can't remember what make that is. No, I won't lie to you, I can't remember what it is. Anyway, it's going to go in black like the rest of the system, obviously. And when I come back, you'll see them fitted. And then while we're on the topic of bits to do, I have a new reserve tap for the tank and a new, if I can get the box open, a new main tap for the tank. That one looks better quality than that one, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. So let me just open that. So that's our main, and that's going to go in, just going to screw in the bottom of the tank with a Doughty washer, which has got a rubber seal on it, and a flat washer, so that'll go like that. It would do if it fit over the threads. That's a very snug fit. Right, so that just screws into the tank, locked by that nut. We should be free to move up those threads, which is not at the minute. And in our original fuel hose, which has yet to be cleaned, just screws onto the bottom there, like so. So I won't show you me fitting them to the petrol tank. There's not really much point. You simply screw in. At least you can see what it is I'll be using. I'll put them in there so I don't lose them. So now I need to clean them up, degrease them, because they are covered in horrendous goo, they really are. And then for the life of me, I can't remember which one came off which side, because we've got a short one and a long one. I'll have to go back through previous videos and see if I can find out, or look in a parts book. There's a sensor. There you see, if you actually think about things. Doesn't seem to be in the parts book. No. Right, I shall have to have a look and see if I managed to film that. But first of all, they need cleaning up because they're covered in old fuel. Right. Tank's on, as you probably can see. The new taps are on. I had to replace the bottom pipe. I was hoping to use the old one because I just like the look of it, but it didn't work, it leaked. Everything's now fuel tight, and obviously I'm very happy about that. Everything's connected up, working. I need to recheck the initial timing setting of the points. Can you see that down the bottom? No, you can't. Let me just drop you down a little bit. There we go. I'm just going to reset the points, reset the static timing with the special tool, and we should be ready to run. Now, let me just take you around to the other side and show you the exhaust. There they are in place. New clamps at the front. They're in black, obviously. I'm going to have to make up another mounting screw for the back because they don't fit very well against the mounting plate. So I may have to do a bit of fiddling about with that. So the top one's slightly offset at the minute, which I hope to correct, but nothing too untoward. So that's them in place. So as you can see, we're getting places, but there are a couple of issues. So bear with me yet again. Right, issue number 1, which you might struggle to see, but there's bubbling here. So fuel is leaking out of this seam, which is very bad news. So the pore 15 hasn't fully sealed that, so it's all going to have to come off again. I may have to repaint the tank. I'm not sure yet. May be possible to patch it in. I don't know. I really don't know. So very, very disappointing. And particularly odd is that there's another YouTuber, Angus D. Campbell, who's been building a BSA A70. Yeah, A70, that sounds right. 750 anyway. Basically looks like this, but 750. Have a look at his channel. Very, pretty good. I enjoy watching it. And he had his tank painted, and it leaked in exactly the same place, which is a weird coincidence. Or maybe not, who knows. Anyway, so what I will do next is, let me just pull you back to look at the bike again, is to get it running on its initial settings. I will show you that next. Once I've had a fiddle about, get it going. It's trying to fire. I had a couple of quick preliminary kicks just to see that I knew the plugs were sparking. I knew the fuel should be getting through. There's no reason why it shouldn't. So I just need to fiddle about to the point where I can start it up and show you it running. And then the project will have to go on hold for a time for 2 reasons. 3 reasons. Reason 1 is, at the minute I cannot find a 1971 export market seat for love nor money. They were on eBay, they've all gone. Everyone's website just says out of stock. No one seems to know when they're going to be back in stock, if at all. So I'm going to have to hold fire and wait for a 71 seat to turn up. The second thing is, when I sorted out the upper silencer, there should be a chromed mesh heat guard, which is amusingly referred to as a chip basket by those in the know, for obvious reasons. I can't get one of them either. There's a place in America got one, but by the time I paid for it, paid for the shipping, paid for the duty, it's going to be the thick end of 400 quid. And I'm not willing to pay it, quite frankly. So I will either try and make one myself, which obviously I will show you if I do, because that is an option. Or alternatively, I'll just run without it in the short term and make sure I keep my left leg well away from the exhaust. And the third thing, of course, which I'm showing you already, is the tank. That's got to be sealed again. It's got to be fuel proof and foolproof. So I will bring you back in a minute once I've had a quick fiddle with his points and things to get them into their initial setting, and hopefully you'll see the bike run. Obviously fine tuning and things, I want to be able to ride it around a bit to do them. So as long as it runs okay on initial settings, that will be where this project ends until I can get those other bits. So slightly disappointing all round really, but that's just the way restorations go. But don't worry, as soon as I find any bits, I'll put a video up. So I'll bring you back in a second when I've had a quick fiddle, try and get this thing going. Right, the points are roughly set. Let's see if we can get anything out of this. Nope, don't idle. Putting the idle stops up a little bit. Yeah. At least it runs. Right, it runs. It's going to need a lot of fiddling about with, which I'll show you when I get the seat and things running properly. Seems to be a bit of sparking going on down at the points from time to time. Not sure what that is. But there you go. At least it runs. It doesn't seem to be too noisy, it's not knocking, it's not smoking. I think I'll have to go around the exhaust again and just make sure for leaks. But there you go. Oh, there you go. It's probably run out of petrol, it's not lighting it. Right, there we go. At least we know it works. And it's not making horrendous knocking noises. It's not spewing fuel all everywhere. It's not, you know, it basically now needs fine fettling, strobing up, messing about the carbs, all the usual stuff. So really, that's as far as we can go at the minute until we get the seat. And then I'll have to decide what to do about the heat shield. I then have to register it. I will probably do a video on that as well. How to get your import registered. So there you go. The project, apart from bolt-on bits and some fine tuning, that's where we're going, and I think I want to ride it before I'll obviously put a strobe on it. And I'll fiddle about the carbs, and after that is ride it and start messing about. But good. There's no apparent obvious leaks. It's not making any horrible noises. Happy bunny. So that's it for this one, and as I say, I don't know when the next one will be because it's entirely dependent on when some of these parts come back into stock. It is perfectly possible this will be pushed into the corner now for a few weeks. But that doesn't matter because I'm already on the lookout for my next project. So stay tuned, call back to the garage. There's always something going on. It's a pretty eclectic mix. Some of it may like, some of it may not. But hey ho, if you don't look, you don't know. So please call again. I'll see you soon.